The cash bank of this sum will tally obviously because opening closing दोनों दिया हुआ है. Okay, if you look into the question, see the opening balance of bank and the closing balance of cash bank is given. Okay, so or what do you call cash sales or cash I mean cash sales भी दिया हुआ है. Otherwise, generally what happens is when opening and closing balance is given, then the balancing figure can be cash sales or cash purchases. Okay, but in this question that's not the case. Here opening closing दोनों दिया है, इसके लिए आपका ये कैश बैंक बैलेंस जो है वो टैली होगा, like the earlier sum what we had done before this. Okay, so the closing balance sheet will tally at 3,50,130. Okay, and it will tally here also. Okay, your cash bank will be with a tally figure. ठीक है, हमने वो बैंक लोन लिया था 54,000 का और फिक्स डिपॉजिट था 36,000 का, वो सब इधर रिफ्लेक्ट होगा. Okay, all these entries will be reflected here. See, fixed deposits and bank loan wala. Okay, and that additional plant purchase of 30,000, उसका इफेक्ट भी तो आएगा बिकॉज वो कैश में लिया है. Okay, that 30,000 additional plant purchased, that entry will also be reflected. Okay, so don't forget all these things. So cash bank obviously will tally at 4,51,440. Okay, is this clear to everyone? So note it down. Additional purchase of plant and machinery, which is an hidden adjustment in the sum, will be reflected in cash book as well. Bank loan taken, okay, और एक फिक्स डिपॉजिट्स में पैसा लगाया है. Right, now let us come to the new one. Let us come to this chapter called as valuation of goodwill. Okay, we all have done this concept called as goodwill earlier. So what is goodwill? It's the reputation of the firm or the company. Okay, so goodwill is the value of reputation of a firm built over time with respect to the expected future profits over and above the normal profits. Okay, so it is like you can say value of the reputation of a firm built over a period of time. This concept is important. A well established firm earns a good name in the market, builds trust with the customers, and has also more business connections as compared to the newly set up businesses. Obviously, जो जितना ज़्यादा मार्केट में पुराना है उतना ही वो मार्केट में नोन है. एंड इन कनेक्शन टू दैट ऐसा नहीं है मार्केट में पुराना है तो इसलिए वो नोन है. नो, दैट्स नॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट. ही शुड बी old in the market matlab should have an established market with a good name. Okay, and how does the good name comes? Good name comes with trust. Okay, if you offer good quality products, if you good give good services to your customers, if you satisfy the redressal of your customers at a very early stage, so this creates confidence, this brings goodwill of your firm in the names of the customers. Okay, thus the monetary value of this advantage that a buyer is ready to pay is termed as goodwill. Okay, so you must have seen for which type of products I'm talking about. Say, um, okay, say for example, if you're buying a branded say brush, okay, a toothbrush. So say a toothbrush say of Colgate, or say a toothbrush of Oral B. Okay, say if it comes for 70-80 rupees, one, I'm talking about the normal toothbrush. Okay, uh, okay, a normal toothbrush which has zigzag lines. Okay, and which has that funky look, which has a variety of colors of toothbrush and all that. Okay, so I'm talking about those toothbrush where the bristles are also soft and all that. तो 70 का है सपोज ओरल बी का टूथब्रश. ओके, उसी जगह पे मार्केट में कोई एक नया टूथब्रश आ गया और वो टूथब्रश आपको मिल रहा है से 50 रुपीज़ में. तो आप क्या सोचोगे, अरे मैं क्यों 50 में लूँ, मैं तो इस प्रोडक्ट को जानता भी नहीं, ओनर मतलब सप्लायर को भी नहीं जानता, यू डोंट नो who has made this product. There is no brand to the there is no goodwill to the brand that you will be buying. So obviously you're ready to pay higher, even if you're getting 20 rupees extra dalke you are able to purchase Oral B. You will go for Oral B because Oral B is a brand. Okay, it has a good what do you call it, it has good reputation in the market with respect to toothbrushes. Okay, so that's called as goodwill. I hope I'm clear to everyone. समझ में आ रहा है? Yeah, just acknowledge it in the chat box and note down these aspects also. Whatever is there on the screen, note it down. Okay, so the buyer who pays expects that he will be able to earn super profits as compared to the profits earned by the other firms. Okay, so thus it can be said that goodwill exists only in case of firms making super profits. That's very true. Goodwill exists only in case of firms making super profits and not in case of firms earning normal profits or losses. Correct. It is intangible real asset. Obviously, goodwill कौन सी category में आता है? Fixed assets में there are two categories, tangible and intangible. So it comes in the category of intangible real asset, which cannot be seen or felt but exist in reality and can be sold and bought. Okay. So factors that affect the value of goodwill, affecting the value of goodwill is the nature of business. A firm that deals with good quality products or has stable demand for its product is able to earn more profits and therefore has more value. I told you ना, सिर्फ market में established होने से काम नहीं चलेगा आपका. You should deal in good quality products and you should be having a stable demand for the products. ओके, ऑब्वियसली ना, अगर आज आपका डिमांड इज से 500 ओरल बी का, से अगर आज डिमांड है 500 टूथब्रश एवरी मंथ, मंथली उनका डिमांड कितना है 500 टूथब्रश, मतलब उनके 500 टूथब्रश बिकते हैं एवरी मंथ. ओके, तो अगर सडनली आपकी डिमांड कम हो जाए, से 500 से 400 हो जाए, 350 हो जाए या 450 हो जाए, तो not good na, that means your goodwill is going down, your creditability is going down from the market. So that is where, along with good quality products, you should even be having stable demand for your products. Okay, so that you are able to earn more profits and therefore has more value. Is this clear? First point is clear to everyone? समझ में आ रहा है? Factors affecting the value of goodwill. Are you able to understand? Okay, so next comes the location of business. A business which is located in the main market or at a place where there is more customer traffic tends to earn more profit and also more goodwill. ये तो बड़ा obvious सी बात है. Okay, you must be knowing this that आपका जब भी आप कोई business setup करते हो तो the business setup should be in the main market, the okay, जहाँ पे जो लोगों को पता चले, ऐसा जिसको हम बोलते हैं hub. Okay, it should be the heart of that particular place. Okay, राइट. सो जो भी सिटी में आपने खोला है, तो जो प्लेस में आपने आपका बिजनेस खोला है, इट शुड बी द हार्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सिटी, मतलब इट शुड बी द हब ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सिटी. पीपल, देयर शुड बी मोर ऑफ पीपल मूवमेंट सो दैट दे कैन buy your products. Okay, and you are able to earn more profit because of that, and more profit means more goodwill. So next is owner's reputation. An owner who has a good personal reputation in the market is honest and trustworthy, attracts more customers to the business and makes more profits and also goodwill. I'll give you an example, like say of Reliance and Tata. Okay, although both of them have their individual, they both have their individual personal reputation. Okay, okay, whether it is Ratan Tata or whether it is Mukesh Ambani, they have their own personal reputation. Okay, but if you see a thin line between both, so if it comes to in terms of honesty and trustworthiness, then people are more inclined towards Tata, because if you see the past history of Tata in comparison to Reliance, you will understand that Tata is more customer oriented. Okay, yeah, they are more into the societal aspects. They believe in giving more towards the society. If you look into their social responsibility measures, they are more prone to it. They are more inclined towards the social, giving it to the society. Okay, yeah. So both have good personal reputation individually, but if along with that there should be honesty and trust factor when you are running your business or when you are making profits. So in comparison to Reliance, people trust more on Tata. Okay, so that is owner's reputation. Efficient management. An organization with efficient management has high productivity and cost efficiency. It gives its increased profits and also high goodwill. Okay, although you are giving a good product to the to your customers, but at the same time you should be able to give good services. Okay, satisfactory services to your customers, and also prompt कंज्यूमर रिड्रेसल शुड बी देयर. ओके, या सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट बना दिया, अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बेच दिया इज नॉट इनफ. पोस्ट दैट इफ अ कस्टमर इज हैविंग व्हाट यू कॉल्ड after sale service, if the customer needs, you have to give it prompt after sale services. And if there is any redressal, कुछ कंप्लेन है कंज्यूमर का आपका प्रोडक्ट यूज़ करने के बाद या यूज़ करने पर, तो देर शुड बी as soon as possible redressal for the same. Okay, so that's called as an efficient management. Okay, इससे क्या होगा, प्रोडक्टिविटी तो बढ़ेगी बढ़ेगी, कॉस्ट एफिशिएंसी भी, मतलब कॉस्ट भी मिनिमाइज होगा, तो प्रॉफिट ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ेगा. वेन एवर यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एफिशिएंसी, इट मीन्स योर कॉस्ट फैक्टर इज ऑल्सो अंडर कंट्रोल. Increased profits will give good goodwill, high goodwill. Then market condition. The organization having a monopoly right or condition in the market or having limited completion enables it to earn higher profits, which in turn leads to higher value of goodwill. Okay, so you should have monopoly over the market, because if you have monopoly over the market, obviously it is you who will be earning profits all the time. Okay, so in turn that will lead to the higher value of goodwill. Okay. Special advantages. A firm that has special advantages, like they have mentioned here, import licenses, patents, trademarks, copyrights, okay, assured a supply of electricity at low rates. Yeah, this is very important. Subsidies for being situated in a SEZ, that is Special Economic Zone. I hope you all know government gives subsidies to businessmen who operate in SEZ, special economic zones, possess a higher value of goodwill. Okay. So what is the need for valuing goodwill? Okay. So ये तो था advantages of goodwill. Okay, that is factors affecting the value of goodwill. So these things affect goodwill. Okay, good or bad, whatever sense you take it, but these are the factors that affect your goodwill: the nature of your business, the location where your business is situated, the individual reputation of the owner of the business, then how efficiently your business is operating, then the what type of market hold you have, that is whether you have a that monopoly in the market or not. So on that basis also your profits are dependent, and so is your goodwill. And if you are taking this special advantages, import licensing says, trademarks, copyrights, and if the electricity supplied to you is assured at a lower rate. So these are some of the factors that increase your productivity, so increases your profit, and thereby increases your goodwill ka value. Okay. Next, coming on to, yeah, need for the valuation. Why do you need to value goodwill? Okay, so obviously, in case of partnership firms, okay, so I'm talking in context to the partnership firms that you all have been doing in your lower standards, junior college. Okay, the need for valuation of goodwill arises because of change in the profit sharing ratio amongst the existing partners. Because क्या होता है, अगर आप दो पार्टनर्स थे पहले और आपने किसी को न्यू पार्टनर एडमिट किया, न्यू पार्टनर को एडमिशन दिया अपने बिजनेस में, तो वो अपना शेयर ऑफ गुडविल लेके आएगा। ओके, तो इससे क्या होगा, प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो चेंज हो जाएगा। बराबर। ओके, सो दैट इज वाई ज़रूरत पड़ती है, यू हैव टू वैल्यू योर गुडविल अगेन। ओके, या बिकॉज द प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो ऑफ द एग्जिस्टिंग पार्टनर्स चेंजेस। पहले दो थे, एक तुम नया पार्टनर लेके आए, तुमने उसको अपने बिजनेस में एडमिशन दिया, तो अभी आप थ्री पार्टनर्स हो गए, तो प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो भी न्यू हो जाएगा। ओके, नया हो जाएगा ना, क्योंकि वो नया पार्टनर आ गया। तो अगर पहले प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो 2:1 था, नया पार्टनर आया, उसको भी आप शेयर देने वाले हो, तो हो सकता है आपका रेशियो हो जाए 2:1:1, or 1:1:1, or 2:2:1, like this. Okay, then yeah, so at the time of admission of new partner, retirement के वक्त भी, death of a partner, dissolution of firm where business is sold as a going concern, yeah. ओके, सो गोइंग कंसर्न कॉन्सेप्ट हमने किया था, वहाँ मैंने आपको बताया था कि बिजनेस शुड बी assumed to be going for ages and ages. Okay, if you have established a business, your children's will take further the business, and then your grandchildren's further. Okay, so dissolution of a firm where business is sold on the basis of a going concern. तो जब फर्म्स डिसॉल्व होते हैं, ओके, सो दैट टाइम ऑल्सो गुडविल वैल्यू करना पड़ता है, सो दैट द गुडविल इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड accordingly. An amalgamation of partnership firms, whenever there is an amalgamation, okay, that is say Reliance Power, okay, Reliance Energy getting amalgamated with say, um, you can say getting merged with say Reliance Telecom. Okay, amalgamation. So it's an amalgamation. So whenever you amalgamate, so whoever is the losing company, मतलब see, amalgamation कब होता है, जब दोनों में से एक कंपनी थोड़ा कम efficiency wise होती है, that time they try to amalgamate with the big company. Okay, so when you amalgamate again, there is revaluation of goodwill. Okay, I said now all those factors which I just explained, they all will be taken into consideration while calculating goodwill. Okay, is this clear to everyone? Are you understanding? So need for valuation, why you need to value goodwill? In context to partnership firms, the need for valuation of goodwill arise because of the change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners when there is an admission of a new partner, or there is retirement of a partner, or there is death of a partner. Okay, and when there is dissolution of the firms or amalgamation of the firms, okay, that time, uh, okay, so all these context leads to valuation of goodwill. Now before coming to this, okay, hidden goodwill. Now what is this hidden goodwill? Now when value of goodwill is not given at the time of admission of the new partner, then it has to be derived from the arrangement of the capital and the profit sharing ratio, which is known as hidden goodwill. ठीक है, तो जब पार्टनर को आप एडमिशन देते हो, when you admit a partner, when the value of goodwill is not given at the time of admission, then it is derived from where? It is derived from the capital and the profit sharing ratio. Okay. So here there is an example. Okay. So if say they are saying A and B are partners, sharing profits equally with capitals of 50,000 each. तो इनका profit sharing ratio कितना है? 1:1. Okay. With capitals of 50,000 each. So A and B both will get 50-50 each. They admitted C, who is a new partner, for how much? For one third share. So 1 divided by 3 in the profits. Okay. And C will bring how much capital? He will bring 60,000 as capital. So based on the amount brought in by C and his profit sharing ratio, okay. So how it will go? 1 minus 1 by 3. So this becomes how much? 2 by 3. Next वाला also A and B का दोनों का same रहेगा. Okay, 2 by 3. Okay, तो अभी कैपिटल कितना होगा दोनों का? A का कैपिटल कितना है? 50. B का कैपिटल कितना है? 50. C कितना कैपिटल लाएगा? 60. ओके, सो टोटल कैपिटल कितने का हो जाएगा? 1,60,000. ओके, और पहले कितना था कैपिटल? 1,00,000. Okay, so just note this down. ओके एंड सो ये है हमारा टोटल कैपिटल 1,60,000 बट इफ यू सी 60,000, okay, and he is going to get his share, right? So yeah, so for one part it is this much, so for one third it will be how much? So when you cross multiply, yeah, so 60,000 into 3 is how much? 1,80,000. But हमारा कितना आया? 1,60,000. So 20,000 का difference आ गया गुडविल में. Yeah. So this 20,000 will be reflected. Okay, so if you cross multiply, you get 1,80,000, whereas my capital is 1,60,000. Okay, and I hope you all know the new profit sharing ratio. That will be 2 is to, yeah, I mean 1 is to 1 is to 1. Two third. This will also be two third, and this is one third. So the new profit sharing ratio will be 2 is to 2 is to 1. Okay. So for sum solving, you only need to know these few concepts. That's it, not more than that. So these are the different methods of valuing goodwill, which you will be studying along with the sums. So first is the average profit method. Okay. When I say the word average, that means more than 2-3 years का information will be given, जिसका मुझे average निकालना पड़ेगा. Okay. Yeah. So first method is average profit method. इसमें भी दो है, सिंपल एवरेज और वेटेड एवरेज. ओके, सिंपल एवरेज एंड वेटेड एवरेज. So goodwill is calculated on the basis of average profit into number of years of purchase. ओके, और ये एवरेज प्रॉफिट निकालने का भी फॉर्मूला है. ओके, देयर इज अ फॉर्मूला टू कैलकुलेट दिस एवरेज प्रॉफिट आल्सो, and the formula is like, yeah, total profits upon number of years. Okay, so everything will not be that easily given to you. Yeah. So average profit method, in that you have simple average. On this basis, it is agreed number of years or number of years of purchase. So average profit into number of years of purchase. So number of years of purchase will be given in the question, but average profit generally question में नहीं रहेगा, वो हमें निकालना पड़ेगा. Weighted average भी same formula है. So yeah, here we'll take weighted average profit into number of years. Again same thing, number of years दिया रहेगा, but weighted average profits नहीं दिया रहेगा. They'll give you profits, they'll give you weights. Okay, yeah, 1.5 to 2.55 like this, and you will have to calculate the weighted average profit. Okay, so under this method, weighted average method, goodwill is valued at an agreed number of years, and weighted average profits of the past years or the last years is given. There will be either an increasing trend or an decreasing trend, obviously. बट करंट ईयर का अगर प्रॉफिट कंसिडर करोगे तो द हाइएस्ट नंबर ऑफ वेट्स विल बी फॉर द करंट ईयर प्रॉफिट्स. Okay, so while doing sums, you will understand a better view of this formulas. So just note it down for the time being. Then super profits method, that is one of the method of calculating goodwill. Okay, under this goodwill is calculated as super profit into number of years of purchase. वही बात हो गई, number of years of purchase आपको दिया हुआ रहेगा, super profit नहीं दिया रहेगा, तो super profit will be calculated by using this formula. Actual profit upon average profit minus normal profit. और नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट करने का भी फॉर्मूला है, कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड इनटू NRR, नॉर्मल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न अपॉन 100. ओके, सो लेट वील सी व्हाइल सॉल्विंग व्हाट इज कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड, क्या होता है, कैसे कैलकुलेट किया जाता है, because something or the other information will be missing. As I said, not everything will be served to you in the platter. Yeah, some things will be there in the platter ready made, some things you will have to bake or either fry and do it. मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि आपको कैसे भी करके या द मिसिंग फिगर्स आपको निकालना है. तो प्लेटर आई मीन टू से इज द फूड आइटम, मतलब फ्रॉम द प्लेटर या यू विल बी सर्व्ड any information, and accordingly you have to mix match and cook that information and okay, make a recipe out of it. Same way you have to calculate goodwill out of it. So see the link, goodwill super profit into number of years of purchase. Super profit nahi pata, we can find actual profit divided by average profit. Okay, and if there is any normal profit given, that we will subtract. एंड नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट निकालने का भी फॉर्मूला है, अगर दिया है तो वेरी गुड, क्वेश्चन में नहीं दिया है तो नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट भी आप निकाल सकते हो एज कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड इनटू NRR, परसेंटेज ऑफ NRR, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज डिवाइडेड विद 100. ओके, NRR इज एक्सपेक्टेड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न, कि अगर मैंने 10 रुपया डाला है तो मैं ओके तो उसमें से मुझे 2 रुपये कमाने को मिलेगा, लाइक दैट नॉर्मल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. 10 रुपये अपने जेब से डाल रही हो, so I'm able to earn 2 rupees out of that. Okay, so all this will be very important from MCQ point of view also. We can ask you to calculate super profit, we can ask you to calculate average profit, we can ask you to calculate normal profit. Even capital employed is not directly given. Okay, there is a way to calculate capital employed also, that we will see when we are doing sums. And the last method is capitalization method of goodwill. Okay, so it is capitalize average profit minus actual capital employed, where this capitalize average profit is not given, वो हमें फाइंड करना पड़ेगा. एवरेज प्रॉफिट्स इनटू 100 अपॉन NRR, और ये एक्चुअल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड भी नहीं दिया रहेगा, उसका भी फॉर्मूला है एसेट्स माइनस आउटसाइड लाइबिलिटीज. पूरा एसेट्स ले लो, टोटल ऑफ एसेट्स, बट गुडविल छोड़ के. क्यों? बिकॉज गुडविल ही तो हमें कैलकुलेट करना है, तो हम गुडविल क्यों लेंगे वापस से, हमको गुडविल ही वैल्यू करने बोला है ना, तो वी विल टेक ऑल द एसेट्स एक्सेप्ट गुडविल. ओके, माइनस आउटसाइड लाइबिलिटी. Okay, so capitalization method may be there are two. So you have to be very careful. Capitalization of average profits and capitalization of super profits. So अगर average profits है तो you will write average profit minus actual capital employed. और super profit है capitalization by super profit method. then super profits into 100 upon NRR. Okay, so this completes the theoretical part of this chapter, okay, which is important for sum solving. So average profit method, capitalization method, and super profit method.